Okay, so I'm taking a little bit of a break from modifying septic systems, or a septic system here in the shop. I actually have to change the direction that it runs so that it runs towards the far end of the building. Right now it comes out in the middle, but I need to set it up so that it runs to the far end of the building before it goes down into the system and out. That's what I've been working on. A lot of demo involved at the moment. And there they have the septic tank in and the line, and now, near as I can tell, they're going to start on the deep trench leach field. So should be interesting. So today is going to be another Cascadia product, campsite. I don't see anything on here about what's in it. So, and as you know, this comes in a plug. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take it in and break the whole plug down so that it's more loose, like it would be if you took flake and rolled it out, and get rid of this. It's going on my shelf. And I'll be smoking it today in, once again, the Cascadia backpacker, since I got better flavor out of the last bowl by far than I did the downwind. So let's give it a shot. I'll let you see how I work up the plug. Don't know exactly if it's correct, but it looked better this time. Turned out better. All right, so here we are. Something a little different. So today we've got Campsite by Cascadia. And I'm just basically gonna deal with the whole plug in one shot. Easier for me to deal with that way. Your little marker or little logo. And here we have the plug itself. Top view, side view. You can tell the different layers, right? So you can tell how it was pressed together. It is flexible to a certain extent, but it doesn't break like the cake cuts do. Now, I have actually been doing this wrong. You'll have to excuse the extremely large knife, but I've been cutting it off the edge here. I have since learned that it's best to do it like that and basically turn it into a flake. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it with this entire plug, and that way I can just decant it into a mason jar. It's easier for me to work with that way rather than dealing with that. So here we go. All right, so I've got most of it done. That's out of that tiny little plug. I cut them into little strips like that, basically a flake. And then I just kind of peel them apart a little bit and then just rub them out. Like I would a regular flake cut. And there you go. That right there is what you get out of a single flake cut or a single plug cut And I'll just put it in a little pint mason jar. And there you go. Sealed up. I will write the name on here, just as I did with the trailhead. I'll write the name and the date on there, so I know when I decanted it. And this, I will just put on my shelf to decorate my cabin later on. Back to the smoke. All right, so there you have it. Got a half a jar loose. I put the date on it and what it is, so I can stick it on my shelf. As far as scent, it's really kind of a neutral scent, just a slight sourness to it, and I mean very, very slight. Other than that, it's like a really light tobacco scent. Nothing to write home about, nothing fancy. Oh, sorry, my back's killing me. Got my pipe loaded up, and I packed it quite a bit more loose than I normally do, in hopes that I won't have the trouble that I had yesterday. Huh. It's not the best flavors, guys. You know, off the jump, it's quite a lot. Not quite, but almost like, oh, what brand is that? It's a drugstore or a convenience store cigar brand. Dutch Masters. That's what it is. That's what this reminds me of at the moment. Just that super present, but lighter flavor tobacco. They just not the greatest. See, so far, that Trailhead is the best one of the ones I've tried, and this is only number 3. I got 2 more to go. And I hope those 2 are better. Starting to mellow out a little now. Yeah. Starting to mellow out a little. That's not quite so bad. A little smoother, a little more mellow. Now it's tasting much more like, excuse me, sorry. Now it's beginning to taste quite a lot more like a Virginia blend. Actually, like it's holistically Virginia's. That super grass, super hay type flavor. Not complex at all, super simple. There, it's starting to warm up. And hopefully I'll be able to just kind of sip on it a little bit. Sorry about the noise in the background back here. These guys are putting my septic system in. Really important, but yeah, that's really mellowed out now. Not nearly so bad. I was worried after that char light, and immediately following the true light, oh yeah, I was really concerned. If it would have kept up that Dutch Master's profile, I wouldn't have been able to do this. I wouldn't even be able to finish it. It was not friendly. Yeah, pure Virginia. Personally, I can't taste anything else in the background. What I taste, essentially, is a real strong hay presence. Hay or wheat, I'm not sure which. But a real strong hay presence. And right alongside that, but kicked back just a slight bit, is like cut grass, right? And there's a good amount of nicotine. A very good amount of nicotine. But I keep having to relight it, and I think that's how I'm smoking it, honestly. This is kind of throwing me for a loop. I apologize, guys. But this is a little better than Downwind. Not nearly as good as Trailhead. So I'm going to give this a 2. The smoke is super light. Like, until you blow it out, you have no idea you have smoke in your mouth. Yeah, I'm not super impressed, but at least I'm not repulsed by it like I was Downwind, you know. So, I'm going to finish this bowl anyway. The rest of this will probably just stay on the shelf for quite a few years. Anyway, that's about it. Cascadia campsite, I'm going to give it a solid 2. And I'll talk to you all in the next video. Love y'all. Peace. I'm out.